What's up, Warsheep Warriors, and welcome back to the Warsheep Podcast. Listen, if there is ever a woman who deserved not to hold the title of wife, you're about to witness one right now. I would love to say this, right? That the man that's standing here with all the patience in the world, I commend him for his patience, for his diligence, and for his ability for self-control, controlling self and one's emotions. That's the most important thing. I would like to address one thing for sure here right now is that if you're married and you have a husband, show him as much honor, respect, and loyalty as you possibly can, because you know what? You should never take that for granted. Now, there's so many women out here who are looking for a good man who's going to show self control, restraint, and patience for them, who's going to love them unconditionally, and who's not going to betray their trust and disrespect them out in open formats in public. And I say shame on this woman here that she should correct her behavior and learn to love her man and address some of these situations that happen. They happen. It's a normal type of situation, but to address these in private with your man, if you felt like you needed to correct any information, to request and ask him to allow you to do so if it truly bothered you, but gotten his permission to come out and filled in a few blanks for the audience. You should never betray him. You should never make him look bad or try to embarrass him on a public format and in a public stage, in any capacity. You should always want to lift him up, make him to be the king that he actually is, and to build him up. Because the Bible does say this one thing: a wise woman will build her house, but a foolish woman will pluck of it down with her hands. Don't be a foolish woman. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this video and see exactly what I'm talking about.
So she's saying that she didn't want to do it. All right, so if she didn't want to do it, it was suggested. I'm pretty sure you talked to her about it, and you guys came to an agreement. Hey, we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a try. Because the only way she made it on the date is if she's like came to a conclusion that we're going to go ahead and give this thing a shot. So I'm pretty sure you guys had the conversation. How did you break it to her then? If they didn't want to do it, how'd you break it to her? How'd you guys conversate about it? And how'd that conversation go?
I told her that I was at work. I met this girl. I told her what happened about the girl. And then I told her, I was like, hey, this person, I said, maybe we should just go out to get to know her. Because that was what my wife was aware of. We was getting to know her. But in the process of getting to know her, that's why I was saying my wife felt like we was moving too fast because of the kid situation. And my wife was still trying to figure it out. So she said she didn't want to do poly. That's true. Originally, she didn't want to because like I said, she didn't really know about it. It was more so if I wanted to do it, and that's what she wanted to do to make sure I was happy. Because I'm like, well, we could try it out. So that's how that happened. If there's anything else that I missed out, let me know. Because that's my understanding. That's how we started off doing.
So I said the key, of course, I'm gonna go with MJ. So, EJ says, I say the key is to hear the voice, not to read the text. A controlling woman needs to be alone a little longer. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Okay, so she says that I told him that wasn't mentally ready for it, and the approach was unfair. So okay, so she said that she wasn't mentally ready for it, and the approach was unfair. So all right, so with this being said, right, and you know, and you found a woman, she's pretty dope. You know what I mean? She came to you, and she's like, she's cool with it. She's cool with the idea of being with not only also with your lady, with your woman of your life, your wife. You know what I mean? She's cool with that. Meeting her as well. To be totally and completely honest, brother, if you were ready to go ahead and start, it don't take you and your wife to be ready. It takes you to be ready and for her to prepare herself to be ready, right? And
Right.
so when it comes to being mentally ready, am I coming in okay on the speakers? I'm
Oh yeah.
sounding okay? All right, so when it comes to being mentally ready for a woman, of course, we want to be sure that you're mentally ready, you're comfortable, that you're ready to pursue and move forward. But you also are a man. So the decision that you're gonna make a decision, and she is gonna have to adjust to the decision that you've made. Now, the level of patience, right, that she should have, the level
Yeah.
of pursuing this in a certain level. When you've met her, this is what I think. You know what I mean? This is my opinion. When you met her, you and her go on dates alone until she's prepared mentally to be able to be around all three of you. Or be everybody, all three of you guys being together. So that way, when she's mentally prepared to say, like, okay, he's out, he's doing this, it's either she's going to do one or two things. She's going to stay and she's going to commit and she's going to work on self and get mentally prepared for the lifestyle that you chose to lead the family into, or she's going to leave. And she has an option to do so, but I would never encourage any woman to leave. I would encourage you to stay and to commit and to do the best you can to support the man, because ultimately it's just what's going to make him happier. It's going to make him more content in the space, and it's really going to be able to lift up your relationship with him. You're going to see a different side of that man. You're going to see everything, but you'd have to give it more of an opportunity to commit and to work your own, because women are emotional, men are logical. You're gonna have feelings, you're gonna have emotions, you're gonna have things that's gonna pull you to a certain point, and you gotta address those feelings. Consult with them within yourself as well as with your husband, and iron those emotions out. Pray about it, do what you gotta do. But your king, the man that you chose to marry, has chosen to go in this direction. So best thing you need to do is follow him and commit. What would you say to that, brother?
I agree 100%. 100%.
Oh, Me J says Polly is fire, and I agree. Hey, hey, it is. I agree. Polly is fire. We all been apart unknowingly at one point. Of course, we all been a part of this unknowingly at one point, which is absolutely true, because men always keeps opinions close when not married, or keep options close when not married. Sorry, because men always keeps options close when not married. So, of course, a lot of women who I speak to and that I talk to on a almost on a daily basis, they've all had testimonies of men cheating on them, cheating.
Right.
Which of course they're exercising options, but cheating is when they're not honest or forthcoming about what they've done or what they're pursuing to do, right? Which is always
Right.
good to be honest. That no longer makes it cheating. That just makes you're poly, you're polygamous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she's absolutely right. A lot of women have been a part of these relationships in serial polygyny, divorce, remarriage, things like that. And it's been that way for a very long time. They knowingly, unknowingly. We did check out the last live we did, where, discussed a few things with a couple of women that were just great women, great personality, great
Oh
overall
yeah.
spirit,
Oh yeah.
great conversationalists, and one of the biggest things is that at first she started to say, like, no, I don't want to know about it. And but toward the end of it, I'm like, look, well, it's gonna bother you. It's gonna itch you. You're gonna be irked. You're gonna be like, damn, what's going on? And you're gonna be
Yeah.
really
Right. Right.
trying to
Right. Right.
the truth as a
Right.
woman. You're gonna pursue the truth and you're gonna try to unveil what's going on with this man. And then you're gonna be heartbroken to find out that this man been cheating on you and he had a whole nother woman across the state. You know what I'm saying? So she came to a more of a conclusion by the end that, yeah, I would like to know, because if I
Right.
know, I'll be able to make adjustments, or I'll be able to adjust myself. I'll be able to receive it. And of course, she still stayed with him even though he was cheating on her. So being mentally prepared is your man coming talking to you about it and revealing the information to you and giving you an opportunity to make yourself ready for the space. If you choose to stick around, if you choose to stick around, that's on you. You better get comfortable, right? so So yeah, so anything you want to add to that, bro?
No, that's good. I like it.